I don't think relationships are things. And I think a lot of people suffer because they treat them as if they are. We say shit like, I have a relationship, right? I'm in a relationship. I need to save this relationship. As if the relationship is a fucking object, something stable, something that exists above the people inside it, something that has to be maintained and protected and preserved somehow. I want to think about it more like, what if relation isn't a thing? What if relation is an event, like a space that appears between people when they actually participate in it? Because I think we confuse connection with relation all the time. You can text someone every day and not really meet them ever. You can sleep next to someone for years and still feel alone. You can be in a family or a friendship or whatever, a community even, a marriage, and still feel like there's no living space between you. Because relation is not just contact. It's not just fusion. It's not just belonging. It's also not this weird toxic shit of like being absorbed into someone else. Relation happens when two separate people create something between them, like a shared space that's rooted in consent, not some permanent bond, some fantasy of like some fucking moral contract or some sacred situation. A space that is useful to two people or more. And that space only exists as long as it's being produced through conversation and care, conflict, attention, desire, focus, presence, withdrawal, return, whatever. The problem is when the shared space becomes reified, when what was once alive is now a thing, a sacred, solid structure. Because now the relationship itself has needs. The relationship has rules. The relationship has to be respected. There's obligation. There's an idea, a fantasy of saving. And suddenly the people inside of it aren't actually creating it anymore. They are serving it. Things like leaving the relationship becomes like betrayal. Distance becomes failure somehow. Change becomes a threat. Leaving becomes moral collapse. But maybe the relationship was never supposed to become an authority. Maybe it was supposed to be just a space, a useful space. This is Shana's concept of the union of egoists, obviously. A space between people, rooted in consent, that is useful to both, that exists because people continue to choose it and enjoy it and shape it and participate in it. And when it no longer serves the people in it, then it shouldn't become more important than them, ever. So in terms of liberation, obviously, I think we shouldn't ask, how do I preserve this relationship? In any scenario, don't ask that question. The question should be, is there still space between us that's useful to both of us? Because relation is not an object. Relation is an event. And if nobody is inhabiting it anymore, then maybe there's nothing left to save.